Picture this, Habs faithful. A young defenseman in the Montreal Canadiens system just turned the hockey world on its head with a season so explosive, it's impossible to ignore. Bryce Pickford, the 81st pick from last year's draft, was named the WHL's Defenseman of the Year on Tuesday, capping a jaw-dropping campaign with 83 points in 55 games, including an unreal 45 goals from a blue line. This isn't just a feel-good story. It's a dilemma for GM Kent Hughes. With Pickford stock at an all-time high, the Canadiens face a critical decision: hold on to a potential star or cash in while his trade value is through the roof. Let's dive into this unfolding saga and what it means for our franchise. Let's start with the raw numbers, because they're staggering. 83 points in 55 games, 45 goals as a defenseman in the WHL. Those aren't depth prospect stats. They're the kind of numbers that make scouts drool and put a third-round pick on every pro scouting board in the league. Pickford didn't just have a good season. He redefined how the hockey world sees him. Quietly, other front offices took notice. This kid isn't a long-shot project anymore. He's a legitimate asset, a name that's buzzing as the offseason approaches. For the Habs, coming off a 48-24-10 season with 106 points and a 6th overall standing, this isn't a rebuilding club scraping for lottery picks. We're in win-now territory, and Pickford's breakout complicates the picture. Let's zoom in on our blue line, specifically the right side, where the future already looks crowded. Noah Dobson, locked in at a $9.5 million cap hit, is the present. He played 80 games this season, racking up 12 goals and 47 points, anchoring our defense with elite playmaking and top-pair minutes. Behind him is David Reinbacher, the 21-year-old Austrian prospect at a cap-friendly $918,333. Reinbacher got his first taste of NHL action this year and slots into the long-term plan as a potential top-4 stalwart on the right. Both are cornerstones, Dobson now, Reinbacher soon. So, where does Pickford fit into this equation? Realistically, he's 2 or 3 years from being NHL ready. By then, the right side could be set in stone, leaving little room for another high-end defenseman. Here's where the dilemma sharpens for Kent Hughes. Pickford's trade value will likely never be higher than it is right now. His WHL season was a spike in the stock market, a rare moment where a third-round pick looks like a future star. For a contender looking to bolster their blue line, or a team desperate for young talent, Pickford is a shiny toy. If Hughes holds on to him too long, the market could correct. Injuries, a dip in production, or the natural uncertainty of junior to pro development could lower his value. But move him now, and you cash in at the peak, potentially landing a top 6 forward, a needle-moving piece, or a playoff-tested veteran to push us deeper into contention. The phone is going to ring this summer, and Hughes has to decide what he wants on the other end of the line. Let's break this down from a GM's perspective. The Canadiens have spent 3 years under Hughes stockpiling assets, draft picks, prospects, and cap flexibility to build a sustainable winner. After a 106-point season, we're no longer shopping for future hope. We're in the market for immediate impact. Our current roster is strong, with Nick Suzuki, Cole Caulfield, and Uri Slavkovsky driving the offense, and Dobson and Caden Gould holding down the blue line. But every contender has holes. Maybe it's a second-line winger with grit, a shutdown center for the penalty kill, or a veteran presence for the playoff grind. Pickford could be the chip that fills one of those gaps, turning a surplus on defense into a solution elsewhere. But here's the flip side, and it's a big one. Trading a kid who just scored 45 goals as a defenseman is a kind of move that can haunt a GM for years if it goes sideways. What if Pickford becomes the next Cale Makar or Quinn Hughes, a dynamic offensive blue liner who changes games? What if Reinbacher stalls or Dobson gets injured, and we're left without a high-end right-side prospect to step in? Hughes risks becoming the guy who traded away a future star for a short-term fix. The NHL is littered with cautionary tales of prospects dealt too soon. Think Philip Forsberg or Taylor Hall. Pickford's ceiling is tantalizing, and letting him go could be a decision we regret for a decade. Let's talk roster fit and timeline. If Pickford stays in the system, he's likely 2 or 3 seasons away from cracking the NHL lineup. That puts him behind Reinbacher in the pecking order, and with Dobson signed long-term, the path to top 4 minutes on the right side is narrow. Could he switch to the left side or adapt to a different role? Possibly, but that's a gamble on projection over proven structure. Meanwhile, the AHL's Laval Rocket offers a proving ground, but even a dominant stint there might not guarantee a spot in Montreal if our current core stays intact. Holding on to him means betting on attrition or a future trade window, but it also ties up an asset that could fetch a premium now. From a salary cap standpoint, Pickford's entry-level contract is a non-issue. He's years away from a big payday. The Canadiens have roughly $10 million in projected cap space for next season, with flexibility to make moves. This isn't about cap relief. It's about opportunity cost. Keeping Pick